webinar. Today we're going to focus on ITSM. So, and like I said, is one of the most of the solution we tweet on this webinar, or most of the solution we tweet on this webinar is actually based on popular demand. So we focused on the requests that come from our clients and our partners. So we try as much to ensure that we tweet the solution that relates to this request. And so the ITSM solution, SERVICEDESK Plus, has been one of the highly rated ITSM solution among the Gartner rating. So that's why we get more requests from our client on service for SERVICEDESK Plus solution. And like I said, we have over 90% of the Nigerian banks using this solution, and also even the manufacturing industry. So welcome once more to Sell with Ease, Sell Managing with Ease. So what we're going to do more of here is to let you know what you need to do about what you need to do in order to get sales close while selling ManageEngine, and also the solution that you can pitch to your clients. So there's no client, there's no company that would that an enterprise company, for be precise, that would not want to go for a solution like a SERVICEDESK Plus, right? So it's an opportunity that you might not want to miss. So just take advantage of what we're going to do today, and I believe by the end of the day, you gain a lot in this webinar. So let me just proceed. Thanks. Okay, so I'm going to give a little brief of what Untitled and the ManageEngine relationship has been for the past 6 years. So, like you know, Untitled is an IT servicing company, a fast-growing technological innovation company with services ranging from IT support, IT infrastructure, and IoT. So, like I said yesterday, we have other OEM that we work in partnership with. We are the sole distributor of IoT products in Nigeria, through which Stickforce is the OEM, and also we have other OEMs that we partner with. So we're looking at the reason we focused on managing in terms of partnership. We want to get to the point where we can push this managing to our partner to be selling, and the only way we can do that is for us to ensure that our partner can demo and sell without any assistance from the distributors. So that's what we are looking at. That's why we have continued in our process of training, having our webinar, and also engaging on advanced training with our reseller. So our ManageEngine, as you know, is an international software solution company that has a suite of IT management solution, including IT infrastructure management, IT servicing management, and IT security management, IT security solution. So our partnership has spanned over 6 years, and we have this relationship building for ManageEngine. So because of the way we've handle our marketing and the relationship between building with our clients, that has made ManageEngine an household name. So we also engage our clients, trying to make them understand that ManageEngine solution is more affordable compared to any other kind of ITSM or IT service management solution, or IT security management solution, as the case may be. So our partnership has been a robust partnership. We've also grown in the course of the year. Even the reseller network has actually grown in the last 4 years. We've grown to the point where we have to generate a sales almost to $1 billion in a calendar year. So, like I said, we have over 250 highly trained engineers that are located they are actually working in the different IT enterprise industries in Nigeria. So we have then covers almost all the banks, So, like widely, Atlanta IT is a widely reputed as one of the longest thriving IT company in Nigeria. The Atlanta IT brand was established in 1990. Atlanta IT Infrastructure Service Limited was founded in 2004 and has grown to have a staff strength of over 300 wonderful people, of whom over 250 are IT engineers. We currently serve 74% of the commercial bank in Nigeria and top companies across manufacturing, insurance, government, oil and gas, and logistic industries. To our clients and partner, we are technology partner performing IT infrastructure management and optimization, business automation, outsourced technology management and support services. So we have highly trained engineer located in 36 states in Nigeria. We cover about 99% SLA completion of our IT support contract, and 24 clientele over blue chip. So we have about 24 blue chip companies that we're servicing currently on our IT support and also on our solution. So these are the clients we've been working with for over 15 years, and that actually did not stop our partner from engaging them. We've had to sell other solutions apart from ManageEngine to these clients, and also we engage them also on IT support. So vision for the partner for this 2022. So our vision is for us to move most of our partners down on bronze level to silver level, and the only way you can move from a bronze level to a silver level is for us to train our partners to the point where they can implement ManageEngine solution and also deploy the solution, and that's where we're actually looking at. So that's why we have consistent training on each of the solution. So, and also we know that for us to move from bronze to silver level is for you to sell 50 million within 6 months, and that is achievable. So we are looking at the only way you can be able to sell 50 million above is for you to know the solution and also be able to pitch it to your client. So that's our objective. We want to ensure that all our partners located every part of the country can demo this solution, and we'll be able to enter into the client environment without any assistance from the distributor. So that's what we're looking at. So we are looking at this year entering at least more white elephant organization this year. So we have so many white elephant organizations that have bought ManageEngine solution. We're also looking at how we can get more clients this year. So then the only way we can do that is for us to be able to pitch this solution, let our client know what ManageEngine is all about. So it's left for our partner to push this solution to the end users, to their existing clients, let them know what ManageEngine is all about and what ManageEngine can offer. We've had presence in a blue chip company like the oil and gas, NNPC, the likes of the Mobi, and the likes of CBN. About 94% of the bank are currently using our ManageEngine solution. But that does not actually stop our partners from reaching out to them. Can also engage them on other ManageEngine solutions. So what I mean is that at least one of these solutions is being used by this bank. We can as well sell other solutions. So we have the objective of selling up to 1 billion naira revenue this year. Though last year we closed to 1 billion naira revenue, but we believe that this year we should be able to exceed that. So that's our target this year. And the only way we can also get this achieved is for us to engage our partners on training, let them know what ManageEngine can offer to the client, and also see how we can come in in terms of assistance. So we are open to further engagement with our clients, with our resellers, should you want to engage your client on any of these solutions, we are open at any time. Just reach out to me, send a mail to me, then we can engage your client. And also, we wanted to get to the point where you, as a partner, you should be able to engage your clients directly. And that is only coming in when you partake in the training that we've organized in this series of years. So if you've been partaking in this training, I believe that you would have known what these solutions, what the solution can actually offer in the client environment. So, and also we want our presence to penetrate in other states. So we are expanding to other states. We have our resellers in Abuja, Port Harcourt. We are expanding to the eastern region and the northern region, Kaduna and Kano precisely. Also, we have a partner too in Ibadan. We also want to expand. And the only way we can expand is through our reseller network. We cannot be in everywhere. It cannot be in everywhere, but we can also be in everywhere through our partners. So that's our objective this year. So I believe that we're working in hand with the partner and working in hand with me, we should be able to achieve all these goals that this objective that we have stated here in our slides. So ITSM. So what we looking at this there is for us to talk about our ITSM solution, which is ManageEngine, and also the ManageEngine ServiceDesk Plus is a robust solution, and it has gone through a series of upgrades, series of the development and the rest of it. So, and ManageEngine ITSM covers the ServiceDesk Plus MSP, Asset Explorer, and then Support Center Plus. So to do justice to this, we have our colleague here. His name is Lawrence. He's the one that has been most deployed. He has been the one that has deployed most of the ITSM solution we have in-house in the banks and in the oil and gas industry. So he will be the one to do justice to this. We do justice on ServiceDesk Plus that we have today. So feel free to ask your questions. Use the chat box. Use the chat box, and also use the Q&A tab to type in your question. So by the time he has finished his session, then we will be able to answer your question as the questions are coming in. So we will also be open to further engagement. Should you have your clients that you want to engage on this solution, please reach out to me via mail. Then I'll be glad to attend to your request. Thank you. So Lawrence, I hand over the mic to you at this point.
Thank you so much, Mr. Henry. And I would like to welcome each and every one of us to this wonderful webinar we are having today. And it's a very impactful one as we walk through. Like rightly mentioned by Mr. Henry, it's a session that would enlighten us on the necessary things we need to know about ITSM to majorly ServiceDesk Plus, and also how we can also key into the delivery. Can you excuse me for some minute, please? Apologies for the break, please. So like I was saying, the essence of this webinar is to ensure that we're able to pitch ManageEngine ServiceDesk Plus and other related ITSM tool, like it was listed earlier, Support Center, Asset Explorer, and the MSP version of ServiceDesk Plus to our various clients. And majorly, we'll be talking through ServiceDesk Plus. And the very first point we'll be looking at is that option that makes ServiceDesk Plus stand out. It's the deployment option, in terms of you can decide to have an on-prem deployment, or you want to have a cloud deployment of ServiceDesk. It means that clients would like to host the application and database within their environment can get that privilege, because ServiceDesk Plus supports on-prem deployment. And also clients that wish to have an environment, they don't necessarily need to manage the data within their environment or infrastructure. All they just want is software as a service, can also go for the option of cloud deployment of ServiceDesk Plus. Moving on, the very first feature of ServiceDesk Plus is the capability to do incident management end-to-end. What do I mean by that? Incidents are daily occurrence to activities that are having a pleasant flow. And it certainly just occurs and there's a break in that flow. Then there's a need for proper reporting, proper automation in terms of how those tickets are managed from when it's generated and to the point where the tickets are closed. Also, not just stop there, how to also manage it effectively out after those tickets have been closed was service level agreement that was configured. Was it kept to, and if it's violated, were there necessary escalations where they are meant to be? This is where ServiceDesk Plus comes in. ServiceDesk Plus allows for you to automate the process in which you're able to manage incidents, and from how it can be generated. You can generate it via emails. That you can send an email to a configured email address, or through telephony system, or you can also log into the platform, which is also a very good advantage, where users within an environment can easily log in with their domain credentials and raise incident. Then another very important new feature that just came on board is the AI capability of ServiceDesk Plus, which is very, very robust and easy to use, where users can easily chat up the ZI and also get quick response. Also, they can use that to also raise incident. Then how does ServiceDesk Plus intend to manage tickets that are coming in? It's able to categorize it, prioritize it, then assign it automatically. Or if you want to go for the option of manual assigning of tickets, you can also get that from the solution. Then moving on, in terms of SLA management, service level agreements, the application comes in with service level agreements, which can be configured to give resolution time and response time, and also has 4 levels of escalation to be able to escalate whenever tickets are not resolved within the stipulated time. Then effectively manage the entire life cycle of a request from start to the very end. Then we have analysis of tickets. When ticket comes in, to properly understand the appropriate unit or the group of technicians the ticket is meant to go to. This is what you stand to gain from ServiceDesk Plus. It allows for you to be able to analyze the ticket when it comes in. Oh, this is a ticket that needs to go to hardware team to be able to resolve. Then you can also have that on the system. Then being able to communicate with the end users through different means. You can chat up your users. You can have a reply template on the conversation. And also for every ticket that is raised, there can be an automated response to give them an acknowledgement mail of the tickets that they raise. Then when tickets are resolved, you can provide a knowledge base of how such tickets are resolved. So using the resolution templates, you can provide steps-by-steps guide on how that issue has been resolved. So this also comes in an advantageous way by allowing technicians to provide ways how tickets have been resolved before now. So new technicians that are just joining the organization, for example, do not need to stress themselves in managing tickets that are coming in going forward. So moving on, we have another major feature of ServiceDesk Plus, which is the problem management. After a series of incidents have been reoccurring over and over again, there is now a need for holistic look into that issue, then you need to do problem management. ServiceDesk Plus allows for ITIL standard framework in terms of how it manages incident lifecycle and being able to escalate it into other various modules or being able to associate other modules into it. That is where you can link incidents or group of incidents that are related into a problem, where you can now have proper look into root cause analysis, to also be able to be to assign it to a technician to give appropriate and adequate reporting into what has actually transpired on those related incidents. So this image, this slide you are currently seeing explains how you can effectively manage problem that has arise from an incident. So you can have group of incidents that you can associate to a problem. Then you can also have incidents linked to a problem. Then you go proceed to do root cause analysis, then provide a permanent fix. And you can also escalate it into a change, or if there's a need for you for a project to arise out of that, you can also initiate a project from it. So from a single console, you are also able to achieve different other modules as they are needed. Then before incident problems are closed, you can automatically also close all associated incidents by closing the problem itself. Moving on, we have the change management module of the solution. With the change management module of ServiceDesk Plus, you're able to carry out different types of change, ranging from normal change, standard change, and also to be able to customize different workflows that are associated to the kind of change that you might want to have in place within your organization. So raising new change, which can be as a result of an incident or as a result of a problem. So it could have been necessitated by a problem, or it could have been necessitated by an incident. Then you can now go through the different stages of change that are made available by ServiceDesk Plus, from the submission stage, which it provides a template for the change requester to fill in the necessary details for a change to come into effect, from the details such as the priority, service impact, the urgency, and so on and so forth, or the risks involved, the necessary details that a change advisory board would see and be able to make decisions effectively on the go. Oh, we expect these certain details, these certain attachments, or we need these certain fields to be populated on this change. So you are moving from the conventional way of having to carry papers or documents up and down to be able to effect a change or series of change, as the case may be within the organization. So with that, you're able to move from submission to planning, where you can do your impact analysis, you input your rollout plan, you input your backup plan, you input your checklist. So these are the details also that a change advisory board would like to see in a standard change, or either a standard change or a normal change, as the case may be for different organizations, depending on their different nomenclature. So under approval, the change advisory board, as it may be for different organizations, you can have 2-3 people sitting on a single cab, and you want to carry each and every of these cab members. In the advent of remote working that we now have these days, you can have different cab members operating from different locations around the world. They can also miss out on their mail notification. But with the change advisory, with the change management module of ServiceDesk Plus, it carries each and every of the change advisory board along with the notification that it prompts them. And once they log in, they are able to append their comments, they are able to append their go ahead to a change process. So moving on, the announcement is also being published to each and every member that is involved within the change process. Then it moves to the next stage, where implementation is involved, where it involves the implementer carrying out what has been approved by the change advisory board. Then we have the post implementation, where reviews is done. Okay, what has the implementer done that requires review? Then they can review before a change process can be closed. Moving on, we have project management module. With the project management module of ServiceDesk Plus, you're able to carry out project management. That's project that involves you dividing it into milestones or tasks. That is where the project management module comes in. So you're able to create different projects or import ongoing projects as the case may be. So you have ongoing projects that you already have in Microsoft project format. You can easily onboard them into the system and to effectively manage your project from start to the very end. So we also have the ability to create milestones and tasks and also assign these various tasks to different members of your team. For an organization that has a project management team and you have different members that work on a single project, you can create these various tasks and assign the different tasks to each and every member of that project management team. So you are carrying each and every member along. They would also get prompt notification and they can make their own submission whenever they are through with their own task. So you are breaking an entire project into milestone and further division into different tasks that are necessary to achieve excellence with the project and also timely delivery of such projects. Then you can add and manage your resources, different resources that you need to put in place that needs to help you achieve safe delivery of the project can also be added. Then we have the capability to also track progress of using of the project using a Gantt chart. So what percentage of delivery in terms of task, which would cascade into milestones and also by extension cascade into the entire project itself. Then we have the file work log to also keep track of different work activities that are being embarked upon on the project phase. Then you can now go ahead to close the project. Moving on, we have another very, very important feature, which is the service request feature of ServiceDesk Plus, which is also a very important one when it comes to service delivery to end users. Our organizations and we have organizations that are into delivery of different services to their end users. So end users can come onto the platform to request for different form of services. Let's say, for example, to the IT unit, you want to request for a new laptop, or you want to request for creation of a new user that has just joined, or you want to request for laptop that stopped working, you want to request that it should be replaced. Then you also need to have approvals in place as when they are necessary. You want line manager, you want reporting line to approve before such requests are treated. This is where the service request management module of ServiceDesk Plus comes in place. With that, you can create a service catalog of different department unit as it might as the case might be. Then you can also categorize these different services, request for laptop, request for laptop bag, request for desktop, and so on and so forth. Then you can configure your service item. You can also configure SLAs to each and every of these service templates that you must have created. Then you can publish your service template for your end users to be able to relate with. And also, after applying SLA, you can trigger tasks. You can have your service delivery delivered at appropriate time. So you can have a situation where until approval is given to a service request, it does not assign to the technician who is meant to treat such requests. So that is also a wonderful key feature of ServiceDesk Plus under the service request management module. Moving on, we also have the knowledge base, which is also referred to as solution base on ServiceDesk Plus. With that, you are able to populate this knowledge base or solution base with how incidents have been resolved way back or documented and verified solutions to issues. With that, you are able to make people have a knowledge base where they can have a quick dash to. And also, like I mentioned at the beginning, where I mentioned the option of being able to use the AI intelligence, the artificial intelligence of ServiceDesk, that is ZI, you can also have your solution module populated and call it from the ZI, where people can ask Q&As. So through Q&As, how do I install Outlook on my system? So you are simply relieving technicians of some certain duties that they would naturally do. With that, they can get Q&As, they can get what's it called? They can get solutions to issues that they've raised before now. Then also another very important feature is use of keywords. For cases where you have solutions populated, you can provide keywords in a manner that when a requester is about to raise a new incident, it would prompt them that a related keyword has been populated in the knowledge base. So it would refer them into such locations. They don't need to have any other need to raise an incident. So they can quickly make a quick dash in that effect. Then it allows for creation of knowledge base article either in text format, images, or attachments. You can organize them into various topics and have keywords for easy use of end users. They can search by keywords and so on and so forth. You can also submit for approval. Then you can publish your solutions under the self-service portal. Moving on, we have the asset management module as a module of ServiceDesk Plus that can also be a standalone as a solution on its own. For organizations that are looking at managing IT and non-IT assets, they can go for a standalone, or they want it embedded in the incident management, then they can go for ServiceDesk Plus to effectively do that for them. So with asset management, you're able to manage or have an inventory of IT and non-IT assets in such a manner where you have a proper inventory of various purchased assets that you have within your organization. You can have a scan of your environment, either network scan or your domain scan, to be able to determine the number of assets that you have within that your environment. And by so doing, you can build your asset inventory, you can map your assets to users, you can also do asset loans, as the case may be. You can provide assets out for loan and be able to track when such loans would expire, who it has been assigned to within a period of time, as it would also be keeping track of all the history or activity change on those assets. Then we have the capability to also do software asset management. With the ServiceDesk Plus, you can do software analysis and mentoring. You can be able to determine all the software that are installed on your workstation, either PCs or desktop, as the case may be. Then you can also be able to fetch if you're under license or overutilizing a particular license, and be able to make effective decision on when next you are renewing your enterprise license within your environment. So you are able to know, oh, your enterprise license that you bought 40 for the lifetime, if there's a need, or if there's a need for you to increase based on the fact that you were able to use it out in the previous year, and based on your projection, you know you are bringing on more users in that environment, then you can increase it. Or in an environment that underutilizes it, they bought 40 the previous year and they want to determine how many has been used by the end of year. So, and they discover that, oh, we only get to use 20. So we don't need to be renewing for 40 the next time. So with the capability of the software license management of asset management module on ServiceDesk Plus, you can effectively be able to manage that. Then you are able to build CI relationships, various interdependencies among your assets, what depends on what, and being able to also see if on business view, if A is affected, how will it impact on B? Those are the things or key things you're able to achieve with the asset management module of ServiceDesk Plus. Then further details talks about being able to gain control of all your hardware and software inventory. So for a case of laptop or desktop, you're able to see the hardware components, you're able to see all the logical drives, C drive, D drive, C as the case may be. Then you're able to see per each scan, you're able to see percentage usage of those drives, then mapping it to different business services or assets. Then you're able to also track the asset life cycle because you can configure depreciation. So you are knowing after a period of time the depreciation value of your assets. After I've spoken about a wonderful tool and the solution does not have reporting, then it does not fulfill the ITIL standard framework as it is expected to be. So with ServiceDesk Plus, you have the reporting capability that cuts across each and every of the module that are available on the software. So with reporting, you're able to have in-depth reports on to each and every of the module that, as I've talked about before now, you're able to have over 150 plus ready-made reports. You're also able to customize your own report as at when due. Then you also have the capability to also schedule the report. Each report that you've created, you can schedule it to go out intermittently or at a particular frequency as you might want to achieve. Then you can, after those reports have been generated, you can share the report in different formats, HTML, CSV, PDF. Then also have your dashboard customized to reflect different activities. So as I mentioned at the beginning, you can do your KPI measurement. You want to know the performance level of each and every of your technicians based on the requests that are being raised. How many is coming from department A? Which are those people that are raising incidents, and what is their issues bothering about? These are what the reporting aspect of the solution will allow you achieve. Then for the on-prem option, we have the various supported browsers, database, and OS, which ranges from Windows 2012 for servers, and for OS, we have Windows 10 and Ubuntu and Ubuntu 14 and above. Then in terms of database, so it comes configured with this inbuilt database, which is Postgres SQL. So for organizations that don't want to migrate from the inbuilt database, they can stick with the Postgres SQL, which has been standing the test of time. They can effectively use that. For organizations that wants to migrate it because they already have a database farm, they can easily do that because you support MSQL as well. Then for browsers, support Internet Explorer from 11 edition 11. Then we have Microsoft Edge, Firefox, and Chrome are supported browsers. And in terms of integration, ServiceDesk Plus is able to integrate with other solutions through API or direct integration. So here are some of the solutions that it has direct integrations with, ranging from application managers, where you're able to manage effectively all your applications within your environment. You want to generate a breakdown in one of the application as an incident automatically. You can easily do that. For Desktop Central, which manages your endpoints, you can also have it integrated with ServiceDesk Plus. With the new feature of the on-prem, you can effectively use Desktop Central to push agents to your various workstations and be able to have an inventory easily on ServiceDesk Plus. Then with AD Service Plus, you're able to see successful logons, how many times users have changed their password. You want to generate tickets to that effect, you can have that on board. Then we have the analytics option, which allows for advanced analytics outside of the report that is readily available on ServiceDesk Plus. You want predictive or futuristic analytics to be able to adequately build them and not to have misunderstanding between you and your various clients. Then with the help of the support, so I was speaking how you can effectively use the solution module to build boost productivity by allowing you to reduce the number of time, the number of hours you spend on issues that has been raised before. So you just quickly go to the solution module, fetch how it has been resolved before now for your various accounts. Or for example, your for your account A that you've been providing IT support for in cases of resolving their monitor issues and so on and so forth, printer issues, where you appropriately documented the processes that were taken into effect to resolve those issues. You can easily come onto the platform, see the solution base, see your account, and see how you've been able to resolve printer issues. This will allow for you to cost time and also be able to attend to your users effectively. Now we'll move on to the capability to also maintain accurate time and entries and expenses. So for each of the hours that you spend, you can quickly use the Support Center Plus to input the appropriate or accurate time that you've spent for your time entry, and to be able to know how you can adequately provide your invoices as the case may be for your end users. Is it a billable service? You can indicate that, and the number of hours that has been spent, you can document it and be able to have the necessary billings to be sent to your clients. Then be able to stay compliant with service level agreements. With service level agreement of Support Center Plus, you're able to provide or configure different SLAs for each and every of your business units that you have on the system. So for each of your accounts, you can provide or set up their various SLAs that are binding how or when you are meant to deliver on the services that you are rendering for them. Then you're also able to manage all your business units from a single place. All your business units that you are delivering service for, you're able to manage them from a single portal. Then we have the stand on the top of all information and stats using Support Center operations. So with the reporting capability of Support Center Plus, you're able to generate reports that gives you edge on how you've been able to deliver service to your various accounts and to each and every of the modules that I have on the system, accounts, requests that has been raised by them, also contracts, as the case may be. You can generate adequate reporting for each of these cases. Then what are those top customer support capabilities that you get from ServiceDesk, from Support Center Plus? I mean, we have the capability to have multi-channel support. So in terms of different means by which tickets can be raised onto the system, it's not just logging onto the system that incident can be raised. You can have plugin of Support Center Plus into your website. You can have it at the moment. You can have it plugged in to Twitter at the moment. You can also have a case where you can plug it to telephony system like a Avaya, for example, which is the supported telephony system at this point. Then we have request management, we have knowledge-based management, we have SLA management, account and contact management, we have time tracking and billing, request lifecycle management, self-service portal. You can also have live chat. Then we have report capability, dashboard and KPIs. Then we have field service management for your field engineers. They can make their own different inputs. You can also have that on the system. We have deep integrations. Support Center also has integrations with different applications as well through APIs or direct integration, as the case may be. Then we have different editions ranging from standard, professional, as well, and enterprise. Under standard, we have request tracking, which is the major module in that effect. Then under professional, we have helpdesk management, customer portal, billing contract, product catalog, active directory integration, dashboard, and survey coming into play. Then under the enterprise, which is the all-encompassing, we have helpdesk management, customer portal, we have billing contracts, product catalog, active directory integration, dashboard survey, and API integrations with all other third party, as the case may be. So Mr. Henry, you can go ahead with the other part, which is meant to be taken by you.
All right, thank you very much, Lawrence, for that deep description of ServiceDesk Plus and Support Center Plus. In fact, I really gained a lot in that presentation, and I hope every one of us here has really gotten more knowledge about ServiceDesk Plus. Just to throw a little light on that, if you just to know where you can sell ServiceDesk Plus. ServiceDesk Plus, like as Lawrence has rightly explained, is an ITSM solution that you can actually sell. You can sell to most that is used in-house. For example, you want to manage your incident in-house. Say, let me give you an instance. You have the popular UBA house, and you have the team in different story building, and you have probably the IT guys are located in the 6th floor, while other staff are in the 5th, 4th, and 3rd floors, and they want to resolve issues. So you don't expect the engineers to start going from up to down just to resolve issues. So you can as well just use your service desk plus, send your request. That becomes an incident. So the engineer sees it, and to be assigned to one of the engineers, they go there and fix it. So with that, you see that you are trying to, if you are selling the solution to say a CIO, you are actually telling the CIO on how to manage his staff and to also appraise them, because sometimes, say, if you don't have this kind of solution in-house, there are some requests that will just be lying fallow, nobody will treat it. But for the fact that a request will be sent to an engineer will have to close close the ticket. If it's not closed, then it goes to to be escalated to another level of engineer. So that alone will help you checkmate if a ticket is actually closed or a ticket is actually being treated. So I think if you're selling this to a CIO, these are the words they are looking at. How this solution make their work easier. That's what they are looking at, and also how they can use this to appraise their staff. I have some clients that are using the Support Center Plus. They have their field engineer out there. So once the request comes from the website or from Twitter, as the case may be, they sent their engineer to go and resolve that on the feed. So the number of requests that you have resolved within a period of time, and also the way you attend to these requests, will be used as a means of appraising this staff. So these are a very good tools that you can use to appraise your IT engineer, both IT engineer in the field and also those one in the in the office. So these are what you should look at. So for if you're selling, we want to sell Support Center Plus, you should look at a company that does after sales services. So most of these companies will need this solution. Internet service provider will need this solution, because once they have issue with their network or the network is down, the clients or their customers who, as the case maybe, want to send a mail or make a call just to let them know what is wrong, and then an engineer can be assigned to go and resolve the case, the ticket, as the case may be. Why also you look at servicing company that does services also will need Support Center Plus in-house just to manage their clients, because every servicing company will want to get a feedback from their client. So those are the things you look at. Those are the features those things that you look out for if you want to post this solution. You look at for those things that will resolve the pain of the client. So that's what you look out for. So what next? Our next engagement is for us to, although we have, Lawrence, can you just put to the next slide? Though we have our process of engaging our client, but we felt that he felt the need to let us know how we've been doing this and how it's been working for us. So that's why we've introduced this channel of engagement. So as a reseller, as a partner that sells ManageEngine solution, you want to, like I said, you want to know that you have a solution you want to sell to a client. You want to sell SDP, for example, to a client, and you'll know that we human, we have this nonchalant attitude. Most times we would not want to attend to requests based until we are being pushed. And you have the CIO, you have the head of IT sitting there, doesn't really know what is going on in the company, doesn't really know how his engineer are working. All he just does is just to get a report. But with this tool, with this solution, he can actually get to know what has been happening in-house, the number of tickets that have been resolved, to know if a particular ticket has been resolved, and if none of these tickets is being resolved, it will be escalated. And based on customization, you can actually escalate it. You can actually customize the solution to the point where the escalation will get down to the CIO or the head of IT, as the case may be. So we have first level escalation, we have second level escalation. As the case you want, maybe you can do that. So with this, you can get to know the pain of the client. Once you have known the pain of the client, okay, that they find it difficult to resolve incident, find it difficult to, and they want to manage their assets in-house. They want to know and they actually want to be IT compliant when it comes to ITSM. So they want to be IT compliant. So you know that the client will need the service desk plus solution. So with this, you've diagnosed the pain of the client. And also for support center plus, you have a client that is selling a particular goods, or that is servicing a client, and they most times they get the client might have issue with the solution they bought or the services they've rendered to the client, and they don't know how to assist the clients to be able to send their requests, to send all their complaints as a. Okay, like I said, so once that is done, you just share a proposal. We have proposals on Support Center Plus and also Service Desk Plus. You can reach out to me if you want one. And so once you've shared the proposal with the client, I believe the client would have gone through it and see, okay, they need this solution in-house. Then you have to request for a demo. So that's the process we've been using this to engage our clients. So once we've sent proposal, we want to ensure that we have a demo with the client, because just going through the proposal you might not be able to explain more about the solution to the client. But through demo presentation, we have web demo on Service Desk Plus and Support Center Plus. Once we engage them on demo, then I believe the client will be able to understand and see how the solution works. And also, as a partner, once you have this opportunity, it's important that you register your opportunities, just for us to have it recorded that, okay, this partner A is the one managing a client B. So we will not have issue with conflict at the end of the day. So it's good that you go to our website, register your deal. Then I will get that as a prompt. From then I will know when who is handling a particular client. So once that is done, then you want to get the commercials on the solution. So for all our solutions, we have the questionnaires and we share with our client. With the questionnaire, we can be able to get quote out for the client. So most time the client might not know how to get quotes out, but with the questionnaire, we'll be able to send quote. Once the quote, we send the questionnaire, the client fills it, then we'll be able to get the quote out. And once that is done, I believe the client would have seen the cost of the solution. Then with the cost of you share with the client, then you know that, okay, fine, this meets their budget. So you want to engage them on POC. So like we said, we don't just sell our solution. We ensure that we engage the client on POC. POC is just for us to prove that this request that you've made as a client, we can meet your request with this solution. So we have 30 days POC on this solution. It's a free of charge POC. You don't have to pay for it. And I believe once the client have used the solution in-house for 30 days, they should be able to know that, okay, this solution can meet our requirement. Then the next engagement will be either payment or PO. And once that is done, deployment is done. So we are open to any kind of engagement when it comes to POC or deployment, as the case may be. Also, we also want to let you know that we will be glad to know that you too, you can implement this solution. So that is why we have series of training slated for this year for us to teach our partners on how to implement the solution. You don't just sell ManageEngine solution alone. It's good you learn how to implement the solution, because many other partners have made much money deploying this solution. So apart from just selling, getting your partnership rebate, you can look out for making more revenue, generating more revenue by deploying the solution. So we have a plan, or we have training calendar on how on advanced training for resellers. So that advanced training for reseller actually focused on how to deploy this solution in the client environment. So I would advise us to take advantage of it when the time comes. So after you've done the deployment, your next engagement is cross-selling. Like I said, we have sold ManageEngine in almost 74 banks, 74% of the banks in Nigeria. But that does not mean that we've sold in all the banks. We sold all the solution in the bank. So what I mean is that we've sold at least one of this solution. But once you've finished, you sell this solution to a client, you can as well sell other solution. Like rightly said by Lawrence, you can integrate Service Desk Plus with Desktop Center, which is an endpoint monitoring solution. Application Manager, you can integrate it. Also, we have Analytic Plus that you can use you can integrate ManageEngine tool. So we have all these resources available for you at any point in time. You can reach out to me. You want solution books on ManageEngine, brochure, flyers, and demo link on each of these solutions. We have it. We have the overview of this video will be shared to everyone that attend this webinar. You want the proposal sample on any of the solution, we have it available. Just reach out to me via my email. I will share that with you. And also we have the deregulation portal. We have this, this is used to manage conflict among our partners. So I will advise you, before you engage your clients, kindly use the deregulation portal so as to get me informed about your engagement with your clients. Should I get any requests from other partner, I will be able to manage that opportunity and ensure that it goes to whoever that have registered the opportunity. So we also have this just to let us know our responsibility as a partner. We have primary responsibility, functional competency, and behavioral quality. So as a partner, you are expected to sell ManageEngine, support and manage support the ManageEngine product after deployment. So you don't just sell to the client. You ensure that during the anniversary year, they are actually you follow up with them and see if they get benefit of what they bought from you, and also see how you can leverage on selling other opportunities, other solutions to them. And also you follow up with renewals. So you don't just sell. It's a yearly, most of the solutions are annually. Even the perpetual license, you still have to pay for the AMS. So it's important that you follow up with your client for renewal, just to get more revenue. And as well as a partner, you're expected to have at least two sales team and the technical guys that is dedicated to selling ManageEngine solution. So these are the experience we have with other partners that have been making sales. We have their sales team dedicated selling this solution, and also we as a partner, as a distributor, we've been able to support them and ensure that they make sales. They make sales during the anniversary year. So we have the functional competency where you have to be good interpersonal. You have to have be good. You have good interpersonal skills, good networking skills. You should be able to have a network with your clients, and good network skill among your clients. Most times you don't just rely on the fact that you sold there. Get to know what the next move with your clients. Sometimes the person that you sold the ManageEngine to in a client in company A would have moved to another company. So try and create a network with among your clients, and also have a good communication skill. Try to reach out to your clients, communicate with them, try to know what the challenges they are going to, and ensure that you see how you can help them to resolve those challenges. Excellent organization skill, presentation skill, and also we have a behavioral quality, which is reliability. We ensure that you'll be able to respond to mail while we send to you within 24 hours, and also attend to the conflict policy. We have a conflict policy that we've introduced just to manage our partner. That is for you to disclose the end user, so that we'll be able to know if someone is managing the opportunity you are looking at selling. So that's just what the responsibility of a ManageEngine partner. We ensure that we adhere to this responsibility. So at this point, I would just want to go through the chat box and also the Q&A section of this webinar. So I got some. Okay, we have mail from Victor. Can a single module of this solution be implemented for a client? Yes. We can implement a single module. Like Lawrence actually said at the course of the presentation, you can implement standard edition, professional edition, or enterprise edition, as the case may be. So if the client is looking at just looking at incident management alone, then you know that the client just want to get ticket for every request, then you know that is standard edition. But if you're looking at just incident management, standard edition and asset, so that's professional edition. Why the enterprise edition encompass all the IT framework. So these are the things that you look at when the client, for you to deploy to a client, if it's a single module that you want to deploy, you have to know this. And that's why it's important to share a questionnaire with the client. By the time they fill the questionnaire, you can infer and know which of the solution that which of the edition of SERVICEDESK Plus they wanted to go for. So I got your mail from Sherry. You want the proposal on the on SERVICEDESK Plus. That will be shared with you. Kindly help me with your email, then I will be glad to do that. So can we have a NFR? So I don't know if that is clear to Lawrence. Lawrence, can you look at that question from
NFR license? NFR license.
Okay, NFR license. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if that is available, but I will respond to you, Mr. Bonnie, as regards this. Okay, so will it be a premium? Okay, so yes, Mr. Uzo is asking if the advanced training is at a pay cost. Yes, it's actually a paid training, but it's not expensive at all. We did it just for us to be able to cover up the cost of handling the training. So it's not something that you worry about. But at the point when we want to start the training, I will ensure that mail will be sent to everyone. I will put a call to. Yes, for the training, it's for advanced, it's a paid training. Can we get the webinar recording? Yes, you get this at the end of the webinar. You might get that by Monday. We should be able to get both the webinar of yesterday and today. We'll send it to everyone that attend this webinar. Okay, so I got your email. I'll just, if you want the proposal, you can just type in your email. We share that with you, or you can reach out to me directly if you have my emails. Yes, the advanced training is coming with certificates. We'll share. We're going to issue a certificate for whoever that attend the training. Okay, so how soon can you arrange a demo for a client? So, like I said, we are open to for any kind of engagement from you. So just reach out to me. Just give me a 24 hours notice if you want to engage your client. Then we'll have a demo with them. We don't have issue with that. Give me a 24-hour notice. If you want the training, a demo to be done on Monday, you can as well send a mail to me today. I'll work on it on Monday. Work with the client in terms of the date and the time when we want to have that demo. Reach out to me, then we'll have that done. From Tyro, if a client needs to connect their telephone system to SDP and support center, which is better to propose. So I propose you connect to support center plus. I think that's best. I don't know if Lawrence
that is correct. That is correct, sir.
Okay. I don't know if there's other questions. Let me check if we have other questions from our partner. We want you to drop in your question because it's important for you to clear your doubt about the solution. We have one of the biggest the biggest financial institution using this solution, and it's even a cloud version they are using. So you don't need to worry about the security of this solution. We have these guys using it. The NDICs are using SERVICEDESK Plus, and we have about 74% of the banks are using it. We even have some that we are about to deploy currently. So you need not to worry about any the security aspect of the solution. You need not to worry about it at all. So let me add some. So you can reach out to me on channel@untitled.com. I'm going to send that shortly. Should you want to further engage me on any opportunity. So we are waiting for you to drop your questions before we call it a day. Okay, so you can as well request for a demo on this solution. Request for a demo, request for a POC, just to see how it's like. Then we will be glad to attend to your request. So I want to assume that we don't have further questions here. Let me just in my email so that whoever that want to send a mail to me could have access to send directly to me. Should you have any complaint or any request, you can send to me directly. So that's my email. You can reach out to me via this email just shared. Okay, so I want to assume that we don't have further questions. So Mr. Chinedu, I'm open to your request so we can have this demo on Monday. Just reach out to your client. Let us know when, if the Monday is suitable, then we'll just have the demo. So if you want a demo on ServiceDesk Plus, reach out to me through the email I just shared. Then we'll be glad to attend to your request. So at this point, I want to thank everyone for participating in this 2 days webinar. I want to assume that, and I want to know that that we've gained a lot in terms of the first solution, App Manager Plus, and also ServiceDesk Plus. And we believe that in the course of the year, we are going to have more training. So what we've done this year is for us to have training in every month of this year. The reason is just for us to ensure that by the end of the year, all our partners can demo and pitch a ManageEngine solution. Because at the time we come, if you cannot pitch the solution, we might not be able to be accepted as a partner going forward. So we want to ensure that we've done our part by letting you know and training you to ensure that you'll be able to do this on your own. So that's why we have our timetable slated for every month this year. So, but may not be the same solution. We're going to have different solution next month. We want to advise you to take advantage of the opportunity we just lay down to our partners. So thank you very much. Like I said, all the videos, the material you need on this solution, all will be shared at the end of the webinar. We're going to share that to every attendee of this webinar. Lawrence, I want to thank you once more for having joined this webinar today. Thank you for the training on the ServiceDesk Plus.
Thank you so much for having me.
I want to thank everyone that took time to join this webinar. We wish you a pleasant weekend ahead, and also we hope to see you in the next webinar that's going to come up next month. Thank you once more. Have a lovely day ahead. Bye for now.
Bye.